No matter how big or how small your organization is, the IT infrastructure is the vital technology lifeline that keeps everything going. That is, until it becomes vulnerable, compromised, and under attack. That's serious. And joining me now to talk about what his company is doing to help combat this problem is George Rutherford, president of Houston, Texas-based Optium Cyber Systems. He is also joined by board member Mark R. Anderson. Gentlemen, welcome to New to the Street.
Thank you for having us.
It's my pleasure. I want to start off with you, sir. Tell me what Optium Cyber specializes in for people just looking in who are not familiar with the company. And at the same time, you're here because somebody else is not.
Well, I'm here because our CEO got the flu. I think you've heard it's going around in the United States. As far as cybersecurity, what we have in our technologies that we work with is a way to catch the crime before it happens.
Mark, staying on the same subject here about cybercrime, what do you attribute the rise in cyber attacks from? Because it's coming from all angles. It's a worldwide problem now. Why do you think it's so prevalent?
You know, the interesting part is I think it's been around for a long time. We're just hearing more about it. Really, ever since computers really got going, especially in healthcare, which I cover in 1985, almost everybody went to some type of computer systems. So things have been going on since then, but because so much of the data is now available online through the cloud, that there are more people willing to get into this, but the amount of money they can get from it. Just examples of medical records can be sold for $5 to $50 on the dark web. And you can take thousands or millions of records from one organization. It's all about the money that they can get from stealing the information.
Why do you think healthcare has become a huge victim of cybercrimes? Why are people targeting the healthcare industry?
One of the big issues is that there's a lot of information about you in your medical records. What you're allergic to, your allergies, what your diagnostic codes are, what your immunizations have been. All that information is on the electronic health record system. But we also have your financial information about your insurance plan, who you pay your insurance with, what the credit cards are. So we have a wealth of information about people, and people are afraid that somebody's going to get that information because it could affect your job, it could affect your car insurance, your life insurance, and you don't want people knowing what's going on with you in your health. And so people are really afraid that information is going to go out there.
And how do criminals, cyber criminals, profit directly if they get your health records?
Well, there's actually three different ways they're doing it today. One is going in there and getting access to your medical records and then selling it on the dark web. Now, the question is who would be buying this kind of stuff? But there are people interested, depending on what your name is, what kind of job you have, what your relationships are out there. They want to get access to this information. They're willing to pay for it. But the more critical issue, I think, today is that these cyber criminals are going in and capturing information, the ransomware, stealing the information, making sure no one can get into it. This last week we had that problem where one software vendor had all of their doctors could not access the medical records. That means when somebody goes into a doctor's office, they know nothing about you. The offices or the software vendor would have to pay the ransom person to get that money, to release that information. The third part I think is more important. They can go in now and change information on your medical records. They could go in and delete an allergy. They can change your lab results. They can actually go in and change a setting on a medical device that's keeping you alive.
It's a form of terrorism.
It's a form of terrorism, and we have to pay to get them to stop doing it. And that's why they're seeing as a big income boost for them.
We've had, just in the last few weeks, we've had two cyber currency exchanges that have contacted us. We're working a program for them since cryptocurrency right now is a big, big thing. And there's so many people getting into it. These exchanges have no cyber protection whatsoever, and yet the people that buy into Bitcoins and all the other 1,500 that are out there, none of them offer really a cybersecurity platform.
Mark, what makes you guys different from other people in the space?
I think our main goal is to protect the board of directors because they have a fiduciary responsibility to protect their organizations that they're the board over. And then outside of that, we work with the CEOs, the CFOs, and the chief information officers to protect them. It's all about providing them the tools they need to protect the data, their patients, their customers, whatever it ends up being, their clients. But our goal is to help protect them so they can sleep at night. We're the people behind the scenes. You call at 2 o'clock in the morning to answer the phone. We're always there for them.
And when they can sleep at night, that means you guys can sleep at night.
We're doing our job.
We're always out
We're always
looking,
there.
That's our
Criminals are never sleeping. They're all throughout 24 hours a day trying to find ways of getting in. We're there all the time watching over with the board of directors and the executive team so they can sleep better.
So if people want to learn more about Optium, Where do they go?
Well, they can go to our website at Optium Cyber Systems Inc. or .com, and they can look us up.
Well, thanks for coming in and keeping us up to date on Optium. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you having us.
Our pleasure. George Rutherford, President of Optium Cyber Systems, and board member Mark Anderson. We'll be right back.